Hey folks, Steve Alcorn here with you once again. As you recall, last night I did a video about my wife's car being stolen, and I promised updates if they were available. And I'm happy to say there is one that's available, and it's a good one. We got the car back. So uh, the story behind it is a little bit strange and weird, but I'm sure all stolen car stories aren't, the normal. So I'll go into it a little bit and I'll show you some pictures of what the car looked like when we picked it up and we'll get you that update that you guys deserve. So we got a call around 9:30 tonight from the Conneaut, Ohio Police Department. That's the town we live in. That's the original station that we reported the theft to. And you guys can go back and watch the video to get the story of how the theft went down. But had reported to them. Well, they called me about 9:30 tonight. Said, "Hey, your car's been found. When can you go pick it up?" And I said, "Well, where has it been found?" And he said, "In Ashtabula, Ohio, which is the next a couple towns over, but fairly close to us. Not all that far, really." Um, where we go to Walmart there. I mean, we do all our shopping there. It's basically the same town. So anyway, he gave us the address and said the sheriff will meet us there. He said, "How quick can you be there?" I said, "Half an hour." My wife was in bed already, so I went upstairs, told her she better get dressed because we're going to get your car. And of course, we were both excited, but a little bit scared at the same time because the officer who called us wasn't aware of, the condition of the car or anything. He just knew that it had been recovered. So, and that the police were on scene at the time. So we get in the car and we go. Of course, we're nervous the whole way there, not knowing what we're going to find. But I am happy to report that there is no permanent damage on the car at all. The exterior was filthy, but not damaged at all. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures and I'll tell a little story as well of what happened. This is what the car looked. We had to get gas because, of course, it was out of gas, almost out of gas. But this is what the car looked like when we picked it up. It was filthy. They must have been driving on roads that were either dirt or heavily salted. We had some snow in the interim between the time the car was stolen and the time the car was recovered. But it does look to me that there was some dirt road going on, and you can see it was pretty dirty on the outside. But as you see, there's no dents, dings, scratches, none of that stuff. So that was good. The exterior was in fine shape. I go ahead and flip to the next picture. Most of that white dot stuff is salt. We get a lot of salt in this area. Let's see if I can blow that up for you. Yeah, it works nice. I'm doing a screen share on my phone to the computer, so I'm not sure how well the pictures are coming out on this video, but we're going to see them anyway. Uh, just another picture of the front. Wanted to get these pictures in case the insurance company or the police needed them. The police did take a lot of pictures of this car. So it was recovered at a known drug house in the town that we picked it up in. And it was not being driven by the person who originally stole it. It was being driven by a guy. We don't know him. We do know his name now. But to see if we had any knowledge of who he was, the cops asked us, "Do you know this fella?" And we said, "No, we have no clue who he is." Uh, he couldn't tell the cops who gave him the car, just what she looked like. Uh, I find that a little bit hard to believe. I find it very hard to believe that you take a car from someone, a brand new car, a 2019, uh, and just start driving it willy nilly. Even had an employee parking pass in the window. So this person had been taking it to work. Uh, who does that? Now, whether he knew it was a stolen car or not, I don't know. He did get arrested for receiving stolen property. I don't know the outcome of that. I don't know if they let him off. After that, I just know that he was taken away in handcuffs in the sheriff's car and was taken into custody. So we don't know how he got the car, but being that uh, the person who took the car has been known to use be a user, and the car ended up at a known drug house. We can only imagine that it was traded for drugs. Why you would take a hot vehicle, and put a target on yourself, I don't know. I'm not into that stuff. I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't know what people do, and I don't want to know what people do. I just want my car back. So we did get it back. She was not found at the house, the girl who stole the car originally, but they did have an idea where she may be. So I suspect within the next few hours, if she hasn't already, she will be located. She wouldn't have a vehicle to be driving now, so she can't go very far. And there's, people who do the things that she's been known to do tend to go to the places that happens. So the cops frequent those places to do that, to check on things like that. And that's how they found my car. So what happened was the cop they recovered a stolen car at the same exact house yesterday. That car was stolen out of Pennsylvania, which is just over the border from here. And they recovered the car there yesterday. He didn't say what the car was or whose it was or anything like that. It's not my business. It's between the cops and that's enough for me. I don't care. But I do care for the person who lost their car, and I'm glad they were able to recover theirs as well. But he had already made 2 arrests at that house already today. Now, I don't know who owns the house. I don't know if it's a vacant home. There was electricity on inside, so I don't know anything more about that. I do know that it was a routine check of the cars that were parked at that house. They do it probably on a daily basis, and you'd have to be pretty darn foolish to drive a stolen car to a known drug house where you know the police are checking on things. But again, I'm not a drug user, never have been, never will be, and I don't know the mentality behind that sort of thing. So, with that said, they did recover the car, and this is what it looked like on the exterior. We're going to go ahead and look at what it looked like on the interior now. That's what it looked like on the interior. Now, you guys, some of you know my wife, some of you don't, but you know she keeps a very clean home and a very, very spotlessly clean car, and nothing like this. Now, this was 4 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. 4 days. This is what this car turned into: a junk pile. I do have to report that no paraphernalia was found, so that's a good thing. There was some nice tools inside, but a lot of garbage food. There was some French fries on the floor. This is the front, just junk. You can see soda pop containers and stuff like that. This this is another shot of the back seat area. Better shot of the back seat area. You can just see that they just piled crap in there. There is evidence that there was more than one person in this car. In fact, the seats had been folded down. This car, a Kia Soul, you can fold the seats down, and we always drive with the seats down. The back seats, we never fold them up. And so it was very clear to us that there had been more than one person in this car. I don't know if she had more than one person in the car, or the gentleman who ended up with the car had more than one person in there, but it was very clear that there was more than one person in this car. You could see on the driver's side back seat there was footprints on the carpet, so we know that somebody had been sitting there. On the passenger side back seat, there was soda pop. There's a cup holder in the door, and there was soda pop in that spilled. Here's another shot of the seat. That white stuff hasn't come off yet. That's in the center of the seat, so we have to do a little bit better cleaning. We have cleaned the car out since. That's the back. There was just some random stuff back there. The police did take some records. I don't know what kind of records. I don't know if they were like records as in vinyl or records as in, bills and things like that. I just know he said it was a bag of records. And so he took that. The police also took a receipt from Middlefield, Ohio. And I had said in the video last night that I believe that she may be in that area, and sure enough, she had been, because the receipt was from a Burger King in Middlefield. Uh, I don't know how she had any money because when she left here, she didn't. So somebody must have been funding her. There's the back door on the, or that might, yeah, I think that's the back door on the passenger side. So you can see pop spilled all over the door. So nobody rides in this car in the back seat. Um, like I said, it was a brand new car. We don't keep any food. If you looked at my car, it might look a little dirty. Not this bad. My car never gets bad either, but not my wife's car. It never looks like this. She was in tears when she saw it, and I feel bad. Her biggest fear was this and the car smelling like smoke. Luckily, they had smoked in there because you could see ashes, but there's another shot of that passenger side. But the car didn't smell like smoke. They had used some sort of Febreze thing in it, and that seemed to help. So thank God they did that, I guess. You know, but they trashed the interior of this thing. Uh, I just all that stuff that's on the seat there now was on the floor. Uh, there's the center console. There's a toothbrush in there for some odd reason. There was a razor knife, like a box cutter knife in there. It was clear to me that somebody had either been living in this car for 4 days or had a bunch of people in here and just didn't care what they did. I'm not sure exactly which. There's another shot of the passenger side floor, the driver's seat, some of that white stuff on the seat too. I think that stuff came out. We'll be doing a better interior clean tomorrow. We did take it to the car wash, sweep it out, and wash the outside of the car, and it looks almost like it did before it left our house. But there's some we got to get all the soda pop off the doors. We didn't do that yet, and some of these spots out of the seats. But it'll come out clean, and it'll look just like it did when it left. So just a soda pop in the driver's side door. Just another shot of the front, and that's rocks. Those are all rocks, and there's a better shot here. Why? What the deal with this was, we don't know. There was a bunch of them. I don't know if this picture does it justice, but I'm going to try to blow that up for you so you can see. And a burrito right in the middle of it. That yellow right there, and the I don't know if you can see that. The yellow right there, and this brown. That's a burrito, like a McDonald's breakfast burrito. There was also some. Well, you can see down here. There's a French fry. So it was just kind of crazy, the stuff that was in that car. So that's it. We did recover it, and it has been cleaned out now. I will be contacting the insurance company in the morning to let them know that we got the car back. It's a little late tonight, so I'll do it in the morning. And we got it back. So the police in Ashtabula, well, actually the sheriffs in Ashtabula are the ones who found it, and they're the ones that deserve the credit. I asked the cop if I could give him a hug, and he actually did. So that was pretty nice. And as I said, there was one arrest made, receiving of stolen property. I guess is the charge. I don't know what comes of that stuff. I don't know, if he can plead out of that. I have no clue. I don't know the guy. I don't know how he got the car. I can just make speculation. Uh, at the time of his arrest, she had not been found yet, but I don't. I like I said, I suspect that she will in the next couple of days, and she will be facing some pretty serious charges. First of all, auto theft, and then there's some other charges that we won't mention here because it has nothing to do with the stealing of the car. It has to do with the reason she did, but it's not something that needs to be public at this time. Uh, if anything more comes of this, I'll let you guys know. But as far as I'm concerned, the case is now closed. Hopefully, she gets the help she needs. And the other guy, the guy that got arrested tonight for being in possession of the vehicle, hopefully he gets the help he needs too. And no hard feelings towards any of them. I'm just glad we got the car back. I just want them to get the help that they need, and hopefully they can lead from this point on healthy and uh, productive lives instead of being involved in things that are going to get them in the position that they're in now. So thanks for watching. Thank you all for sharing it. I did update the prior video so that if it's shared out again, it does say right in the title that the car has been found. It also says it in the description. If you shared that one out, please make sure that everybody knows now. You can share this one out if you want to. Make sure that everybody knows that the car has been found. So don't be harassing my wife while she's driving down the road in that car with those plates. So thanks for watching. You guys all have a good day.